Hi, I'm Carl. I'm reporting from Headliners, and today I'm in Doncaster covering the climate change hearing.
In the build-up to the UN Climate Change Summit in Copenhagen, Oxfam and the Environment Agency organised a climate hearing in Doncaster, South Yorkshire. The city was one of the areas worst hit by the floods of 2007, with many people losing their homes. The event was attended by Ed Miliband, local MP and Secretary of State for Energy and Climate Change.
Governments need to play their role, but in the end, this is a change in our lives and in the world. It's going to have to happen piece by piece, brick by brick, and it's going to have to happen in people's streets, in people's neighbourhoods, and it's going to need to persuade people.
Who would you say tonight's event is specifically aimed at?
So what we've been trying to do here tonight as Oxfam is really, first of all, come to a community that's been affected by floods, as we have around the world. We've done 150 of these climate hearings around the world, with about 1.5 million people have attended. Basically to gather the evidence, the testimony of people who've been affected by the floods, and make sure that that's heard by politicians.
What action do you think you can take to make people more aware and inspire them to take action?
I think you've got to really convey to people the dangers if we don't tackle climate change. But I think lots of people think it's something that's going to happen somewhere else. And here in my constituency, we saw terrible floods 2 years ago. And we're going to see a lot more of that if we don't act to tackle climate change. So partly you've got to explain to people there's a big threat, but you've also got to say to people there's a positive, there's an upside if we take action. What is the upside? The upside is all the jobs that can come from the new green industries of the future, like clean coal technology, like making wind turbines, like making solar panels. So I think there's a negative that we've got to avoid, and there's also a positive.
The expert panel took questions from the public on a range of environmental issues. Before the audience heard accounts from the local residents, including Kevin Rogers, who was left homeless for 15 months after the floods.
The damage was just so quick and so sudden and so devastating. And, you know, things that you just leave around your house, you know, just absolutely just washed away in a matter of hours.
In Westminster, are the light bulbs all energy efficient inside?
That is a very good question. Funnily enough, I know that in lots of places they are energy saving. I'm certainly very careful about having energy saving light bulbs, but there is a lot more to do, and the truth is that we have a lot more to do in government buildings to make sure that we walk the walk, as well as telling other people to do things.
Tonight we've heard about how climate change affects people in the remotest parts of Bangladesh to ordinary people here in Doncaster.
The event was a success because members of the community got the chance to speak out about their experiences to the Secretary of State. Although the government have managed to get climate change in the public spotlight, they still have a lot to do to convince people to make the changes to their way of life.